Hi, Sagittarius. It's Denise with Divine Soul Astrology, and welcome in. Today I'm doing your full moon video, and this is going to be for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. All right. So I already have you here on the ascendant, right? And forgive me if I kind of, I don't know, veer off a little bit. This is my ninth video, right? You're the ninth sign. But let's get into it here. I really wanted to do this because it is your video. So here we see the full moon in your first house and the sun is being opposed by the moon, excuse me, in your seventh house. So, Sagittarius, you rule expansion, growth and expansion, philosophy, higher purpose, what is meaningful to us, and God and religion and all these things, spirituality. And Gemini rules thinking. So, Sagittarius, since it rules education and higher purpose, it does rule uh like the mind, but it's different, like or the intellect. It's different, right? Gemini rules the intellect in terms of, I'm going to drive to the store now or make a pot of coffee, things like that, right? This is the rational mind. Sagittarius is more of the higher mind or the spiritual mind. Now they need each other. I mean, you can be as spiritual as you want, but you still need your rational mind to get to work or, take care of your baby or whatever it is, right? To live your life. So this is the intellectual axis, for sure it is. And the full moon can bring endings, right? The full moon will be at, I hope I mentioned in the last video, but is May 31st, and it's at 1:45 a.m. here on the West Coast, 9 degrees, and we see the 9 degrees here. Don't pay attention to the DC and the IC and the AC or the MC because it's been moved when I put you on the ascendant. I want you to be on the ascendant so you can see the wheel better. You can see what's going on. Now, since this is the intellectual axis, because, when we have a full moon, we always have the sun and the moon opposing each other. They're trying to tell us something. They are. The full moon is always trying to illuminate something, and it is trying to kind of bring, the divine feminine, the moon, your intuition and your higher self with the sun, which is the masculine, which is kind of related to the rational mind, sort of. It is, the physical. The sun is more related to the physical, and this is more related to the emotional or the intuitive. So, and with you though, Sagittarius, this is, and the sun or the moon, the full moon is about wisdom, and the wisdom that we are able to gain, and how we can grow and expand, and also to find meaning and purpose in our life, right? This full moon can show a lot of people that maybe they're not feeling the because it's a cycle, or maybe they're not feeling the meaning that they need in their life or purpose, right? Yeah, and so we have that full moon there, and it is on that intellectual axis, but it's also on the it's also in terms of houses, the first and the seventh, right? The first is, your house is the house of self, but the seventh is about the other person. It's about your relationships, your partnerships, business or romantic or any type. And it is also about the harmony that we create with the one-on-one, with the other person, or with the other situation, even. It has to do with that harmony and balance, and it also has to do with opponents, people that don't agree with us, right? In terms of the scales, right? The seventh house is in the natural chart ruled by Libra or Venus. Yours is ruled by Mercury, all right? So Mercury needs Jupiter and Jupiter needs Mercury. That's what this is saying, really. And so, but that sun is in your seventh house. Let's look at what else Jupiter is doing, though, because it's the ruler of the full moon, and it is ruling your fourth house of home and family and roots and your lineage, where you live, but also, more importantly to me, is your emotional foundation, all right, which is, associated with home and family or your roots. It definitely can be, right? Now, excuse me, the North Node is there, right? The North Node of higher potential. And here's the moon making a square to the North Node. The moon is asking you to make an adjustment as your perspective on family or the past, right? The fourth house is a hidden house. It is a house of the past. It's a house of our emotional foundation, roots, but the North Node itself is about where we are going. So, and our higher potential, it can be about the unknown and groups of people because the South Node is the over here, which is on that axis, is about the past and the familiar, the things that limit us. So we have the moon squaring that south node. We do. And we have the moon squaring the north node. Yeah, wow. And so, the north node is in your home and family, as I was saying. The south node is in your house of career or your social role or how you show yourself to the world, like your reputation, how people might see you. It can be related to status, like a social role, like marriage and divorce and things like that. Or, I'm a PhD now, and I'm a professor now, and last week I was an admin or something like that, right? Or I was, I don't know, sales girl or salesperson, things like that. But we have that moon making the square there, asking you to let something go as you show yourself to the world or your social role or the authority you take over your own life, all right? Because the personal agency is a better word to say that, right? Now, the square here is in order to kind of, is asking you to see something about your emotional self, right? Your emotional foundation, and you can thrive or you can move toward your higher potential if you make some type of an adjustment. So the full moon is showing you something, right, that can help you reach your higher potential because Jupiter is associated with our higher purpose, and so is the North Node. The North Node is, our higher potential, but our soul's mission, what our soul really wants for us in this life. All right. Um, Okay, so, and we have also, Sagittarius, we have that part of fortune here, and this is how you thrive, but it's next to the South Node. There's something that is Virgoan, right? Virgo wants us to discern and refine things. Virgo is practical, but it can be, there's something here about your social role, as I was saying, your personal agency in your life that you're supposed to let go of because here's that South Node in order to thrive with the part of fortune. Okay, part of fortune's not so much good luck, but if you're thriving, you can definitely have good luck, right? You can. That's how it works, right? We're in that because when you're thriving, you're in a higher vibration, and a higher vibration attracts luck to you. Yes, it does. When you're down in the dumps and you're in a lower vibration or lower consciousness, lower mood that is continuous, it's hard to attract anything good. It is. All right. So the moon is also trining your fifth house of self-expression, Sagittarius. That house of self-expression. This is your talents. There's something you're seeing about yourself that can be related to your career that you need to let go of. Yeah, you do. And so because the trine is here to your fifth house of self-expression, talents, and that has to do with how you show yourself to the world, how you shine. And the trine is to Athena Palace or Palace Athena. I forget the name, but forgive me. But that is showing you, is asking you to the trine with the moon there illuminating. It's asking you to, it's supporting you, but it's kind of asking you to see your emotional patterns and how you express yourself, right? So you can have more wisdom, right? Or so you can use strategy in your life. Everybody needs strategy. I'm trying to go here and I need a little strategy. Otherwise, you're just all over the place without strategy, right? Now, Saturn is there and Saturn is supporting your resilience, Sagittarius, your seriousness, your maturity, your self-discipline. It is supporting that. It sure is. All right. So, and yeah, we have Vesta there as well, and that is kind of the harmony and balance you create. It's in the sign of the self. And also, there you go, right? Also asking you to believe in your dreams and your visions here, right? Because this is the modern ruler of Pisces, and it's connected because, why do I say that? Because Pisces is ruled by Jupiter, but still, um, Pisces has something to do with this because it's ruled by Jupiter, and Pisces, a modern ruler, is Neptune. All right, don't fall into fears here. Don't fall into that. Even the trine can sometimes make it easy to do that, but it's a very positive trine. But you might feel something emotional here with the full moon, especially with in your first house, and with Lilith there. You might feel something a little emotional, but it's like a supportive emotion. It is because it's helping you see something. It's helping you gain wisdom. All right. Jupiter is here. It is the ruler. And Jupiter is making a square to Saturn. Look at that. It's asking you to adjust something and be more committed to something here, and also create some structure here for these talents that you have, or maybe self-discipline as well, could be, but it's asking you to make that adjustment here as it relates to how you shine, or your personal agency, or your self-expression, right? Remember, it can have to do with your talents as well. That is the house of fun and talents, right? Could be also saying, Sagittarius, you need to have a little bit more fun. Possibly, right? Um, it definitely can. It's kind of interesting there. Yeah, because the moon can talk about endings, right? Yeah, and illuminate something for us in your fun house. This is your fun house, Sagittarius. Yeah. So Chiron is in that house as well, and Chiron's moving out. Chiron wants you to heal something. It wants you to, Chiron is the wound that we carry where we self-sabotage ourselves. Yeah, it's not a good, yeah. And but the key is there, the key to heal that, right? It's showing up as a key, right? But we do it through reflection. All right. So that's how we do that. You can call it introspection, contemplation, meditation. You can call it many things, but we do it by kind of understanding ourselves in a deep way. So Mercury, Jupiter up here wants you to grow. It's in your house of transformation. It's saying things can change for you, but you have to make an adjustment and overcome something that has to do with your talent or how you show yourself to the world. It definitely does, all right? The full moon is going to bring you big wisdom. Yeah, big, big. I feel like it is. And let's look at Venus now. Your philosophy will change about your how you show yourself to the world, or your talents, or something like that here, right? Your personal agency as well, because it's squaring that other house as well. Now, Venus is in nurturing Cancer in your eighth house of transformation. Venus loves Cancer. It does. It's nurturing. It's a benefic. So is your Jupiter. And so when they come together, it's going to be quite beautiful, I believe. But they're coming together. They are. Jupiter can exaggerate things as well. It sure can. But maybe it wants you to see this wound here with Chiron. Maybe it's trying to exaggerate that so you can see it. All right. I know me, I'm a Sag, right? And sometimes I need things to be like kind of hit me on the head to kind of see it. Yeah, to kind of gain that wisdom, or to just to see it. I don't know what this entirely what that's about, but I kind of do, right? And so, and that could be exaggerating a wound there, so you can really let it go. So a lot of us need that, right? That's just how it is. The moon can help exaggerate something because it is going to illuminate something that may have been hidden. Yeah, it's making a square to, Jupiter ruled fourth house of emotional foundation. There's something emotional here that you are kind of moving away from, and the moon is asking you to do it. Yeah, I feel like it is. All right. Um, and so I said I was going to talk about Venus. Yeah, Venus is here making a trine to your fourth house of emotional foundation ruled by Jupiter. So this is helping you like take better care of yourself. It's a trine. It's supporting your transformation. It's supporting your relationships, Venus there, your well-being, and can be supporting your money as well. But it is making a trine to your fourth house, where where you're supposed to be trusting your intuition. It's in Pisces, and where the north node is, which is your higher potential. Remember, the moon is making a square there. The square is just, please make an adjustment, right? Um, Venus is ruling your 11th house, excuse me, of future aspirations. So yeah, so that's a really good thing here, Sagittarius. And I hope you've enjoyed my content today. If you have, please like, share, and subscribe. Hit the little bell. You'll be notified of my next upload. I have Uranus right down, not like that, but like that. Yeah, I'm getting a little tired. You're my ninth video. Right below, Uranus is making a square to the nodes. Really important. Your nodes are your fate and destiny and what you're supposed to move away from to live, to honestly, to, realize your soul's mission. Everybody has one in this life, all right? Yeah, so thanks so much for joining me here. If you want a reading with me, check out the description box. Don't forget to please remember to like, share, and subscribe. I think I said that part, but you know, these readings get a little long, all right? Hit that bell. Thanks so much, Sagittarius. If you want a reading, check out my website below. They're all for your higher purpose, and that's what I'm about. Sagittarius is about your higher purpose and growth and expansion and wisdom. So that's what my readings are trying to, that's what my readings are about, are supporting that, all right? Thanks so much, Sagittarius.